Assalamu alaikum. 6 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Sumaira Kamal. First, the headlines. Caretaker Prime Minister has emphasized to highlight country's rich cultural heritage to the foreign tourists. Information Minister says the state media has been directed to give coverage to all political parties impartially. Army Chief says Pakistan will continue playing its role for world peace under the banner of the United Nations. All Parties Hurriyat Conference has expressed grave concern over the heavy deployment of the Indian forces in the densely populated areas of occupied Kashmir. UN Secretary General has described Rohingya crisis as a humanitarian and human rights nightmare. In the FIFA World Cup pre-quarter final knockout round, Brazil will take on Mexico while Belgium will play against Japan in Russia today. And now the news in detail. Caretaker Prime Minister retired Justice Nasirul Mulk has emphasized for greater coordination among the federal as well as provincial governments to introduce rich cultural heritage of the country to the foreign tourists. He said this while chairing a briefing on the achievements of National History and Literary Heritage Division in Islamabad today. Senior Secretary National History and Literary Heritage Division Amir Hassan briefed the Prime Minister in detail about the mandate and achievements of the division and its allied departments since its establishment as a separate division in January 2016. He said that besides Urdu dictionary, an Android application containing Kulliyat-e-Iqbal has been developed and launched to provide easy access to the poetry of the great poet. Caretaker Law Minister Syed Ali Zafar says an implementation plan regarding merger of erstwhile FATA with Khyber Pakhtunkhwa will be deliberated tomorrow. Addressing media in Islamabad this evening, he said an ordinance is likely to be issued on the provincial level to cover all the issues relating to the merger after the meeting of the federal and provincial implementation committees. Replying to a question, Syed Ali Zafar, who also holds a portfolio of Information Ministry, assured free and fair elections. He said state broadcasters have been asked to give impartial coverage to all political parties. The minister said caretaker's setup has nothing to do with any inquiry against any political party or politician. Spokesperson National Accountability Bureau has said NAB is working indiscriminately to eradicate corruption from the country. In a statement, the spokesperson said action is continuing against corrupt elements on the basis of solid evidence and according to law. He added that NAB is an institution of the entire nation, not a single person. Army Chief General Qamar Javed Bajwa says Pakistan will continue playing its role for world peace under the banner of the United Nations. He was talking to UN's Under Secretary General for Peacekeeping Operations Jean-Pierre Lacroix, who called on him in Rawalpindi today. General Qamar Javed Bajwa said Pakistan will play a positive role in peace missions. Jean-Pierre Lacroix appreciated the sacrifices of Pakistani troops in peace missions across the world. Pakistan has strongly condemned yesterday's terrorist attack in Afghan city of Jalalabad. Foreign Office spokesperson Dr. Mohammad Faisal in a tweet said that we are distressed and grieved at the loss of precious human lives in the incident. Ambassador of Netherlands, Ms. Adi Satoy Breken, called on Naval Chief Admiral Zafar Mohammad Abbasi in Islamabad today. They discussed cooperation on various issues relating to Navy. Dutch ambassador appreciated the role of Pakistan Navy for peace. Pakistan Navy ship PNS Aslat visited the port of Aqaba in Jordan. On arrival at Aqaba, the officers of Royal Jordan Naval Force and Pakistani Defense Attaché in Jordan warmly received the ship. This visit was aimed at promoting and fortifying existing friendly ties and defense cooperation between the two countries. Anti-polio campaign is underway in 16 districts of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, 3 districts of Punjab, and 174 union councils of Karachi. According to Provincial Health Department, the districts in KPK include Peshawar, Charsadda, Mardan, Nowshera, Bannu, Karak, Tank, Lucky Marwat, Dera Ismail Khan, Bajor, Mohmand, Khyber Khurram, Orakzai, South and North Waziristan districts. In Punjab, the campaign will last 5 days. During the campaign, nearly 1.7 million children less than 5 years of age will be administered anti-polio vaccine. A 6-day anti-polio campaign also commences in 174 union councils of Karachi today. A ceremony to mark the opening of a new consular facility, offices and residences was held at the U.S. Embassy in Islamabad. U.S. Ambassador David Hale, Principal Deputy Assistant Secretary of State Alice Wells, and Bureau of Overseas Buildings Operations Project Director Tracy Thomas participated in the ceremony. Speaking on the occasion, Ambassador Hale said the new embassy provides a modern and environmentally sustainable platform for diplomacy between our two nations. He said it represents an enduring American commitment to the Pakistani people. This is Radio Pakistan. Pakistan Ambassador to UN Maliha Lodhi says Pakistan has gained tremendous success in combating terrorism in recent years and stressed the need for more international cooperation to eliminate the scourge from across the world. Speaking at a debate at the first ever high-level United Nations Counter-Terrorism Conference at UN headquarters in New York, Ambassador Lodhi said the gains Pakistan had made in its counter-terrorism operations had come at a high human and financial cost, but this had not diminished the country's resolve to fight the scourge. In occupied Kashmir, the General Secretary of All Parties Hurriyat Conference, Ghulam Nabi Sumji, has expressed grave concern over the heavy deployment of the Indian Army, paramilitary forces and police force in the densely populated areas of the territory. According to Kashmir Media Service, Sumji, in a statement issued in Srinagar, said that political leaders and activists are subjected to humiliation, third-degree torture and inhuman treatment during nocturnal raids by Indian Army and police personnel. He demanded the United Nations Commission on Human Rights to prevail upon India to shun human rights abuses in Kashmir. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said he heard unimaginable accounts of atrocities during a visit to Rohingya refugees camps in Bangladesh. In a Twitter message before visiting makeshift camps for Rohingya refugees, Guterres described the situation for the persecuted Muslim minority as a humanitarian and human rights nightmare. He said that Rohingya are one of the most discriminated against and vulnerable communities on earth. Jordan to hold talks with Russia this week over a ceasefire in southwestern Syria and alleviating the humanitarian situation. Addressing a news conference in Amman today, Jordanian Foreign Minister Ayman Safadi said he would travel to Moscow tomorrow to meet his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov. Iranian President Hassan Rouhani departed for Europe today to secure support for the landmark nuclear agreement of 2015. Rouhani was set to visit Switzerland and Austria. Talking to reporters at Tehran airport, he said that the visit will be an opportunity to talk about the future of nuclear agreement. In India, 5 men have been lynched by a mob in Maharashtra, allegedly after rumors of child abduction spread over WhatsApp. The victims belonged to a nomadic community and had been passing through the village. In the second match of T20 Triangular Series at Harare, Australia beat Pakistan by 9 wickets. Batting first, Pakistan scored 116 runs all out in 19.4 overs. In reply, Australia achieved the target in 10.5 overs. In the FIFA World Cup pre-quarter-final knockout round, 2 matches will be played today. In the first match, Brazil will take on Mexico at 7 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time, while Belgium will play against Japan at 11 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. To end the news, here are once again some of the headlines. Our minister has emphasized to highlight country's rich cultural heritage to the foreign tourists. UN Secretary General has described Rohingya crisis as a humanitarian and human rights nightmare. In the FIFA World Cup pre-quarter-final knockout round, Brazil will take on Mexico, while Belgium will play against Japan in Russia today. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and also watch live streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/radio Pakistan News Official.